I just don't know what the heck to think anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. I have it made in this group home for people with intellectual disabilities, and everyone else in my family is freaking struggling just to make it to the next day. And no, I'm not lying about this. I'm being honest. I have to be honest. Because what I learned a few hours ago at work, or actually it was a couple of hours ago during my shift at you know where, and I don't care, my mom texted me telling me that my cousin, my older cousin, who is also her boyfriend, is suffering bulging and herniated discs and is going to have to see the doctor and go to the emergency room to have neck surgery. I mean, does that not sound like everything's getting worse all the time to you and my family? Why can't I just freaking die? Why can't I just leave this world and let my spirit roam free in the universe? Why do I have to be stuck in this human form? Why? I don't understand it. I literally don't understand it. And you know what's sad? You know what's sad? My mother and my cousin are living together in a tight camper meant to house only a couple of people, and they're not even married. They're living in sin. My grandmother and one of my aunts has tried to get my mother and my cousin to marry and to go to church, and they just won't do it because they feel like they have other things to worry about than that, or something like that. Or at least that's how I remember it. That's how I've been told. That's what I've been hearing from other members of my personal family, from my immediate and extended families. But my my cousin Daniel, he wasn't the best person. In fact, he was actually one of those. He's what we call a rebel. He wanted to do things in his own way, and he ended up paying the price for it for a few years. And then all this stuff started happening, and I had to live with him and my mom for a good 4 years or so. So I know what that's like, and it's not good. It's not good at all. And you know why it's not good? Because when you are related to someone that is your spouse or your significant other, and you're not married and you're living with them, things start to fall apart in due time. It might not happen immediately, but eventually things do start to fall apart. My family is literally falling apart. And I can't do a single thing about it. Not one thing. Not one thing. And you know why? Because I'm 60 miles away from them. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do with my own life and how I want to live it to make my own dreams come true, my own personal dreams. Yes, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be an animator. I want to be a writer. And I want to make music and art and all sorts of things. And some of that I'm already doing now. And I've done everything in my power to try and be patient and to just let time take its course while my dreams start to take shape. But the wait is just excruciating. You know? There are teenagers who are in Hollywood right now who have become actors or actresses or have started their own band, and they're making millions and millions of dollars, and I'm stuck here. But I have to be stuck here because of my situation. Because once I decided to move out of my mom and my cousin's place on October 10th of 2012, life as I knew it was over. So, folks, if you want to know the truth, and I'm just being honest when I say this, truthfully, I'd rather not exist anymore. I'd rather just die. Because I can't keep living knowing that I can't do nothing about my family situation. And my family situation just keeps getting worse and worse all the time. So maybe if I just left this world, maybe if I did that, maybe that would be a solution to the problem. But it's not. So I have to keep living. I have to keep living because God wants me to live. And if I take my own life now, I'll never get to see the promises that heaven has to offer. And they're guaranteed anyway. When you lead a Christian life and you've lived a long life of Christian fellowship and you've dedicated your life to the Lord. But ever since I entered this group home, everything in my family has just gotten worse. And quite frankly, I feel like a loser, a reject, a retard, a failure. Whatever you want to call how I feel right now. I feel like all those things. But I have to keep living. Because if I end my own life now, what's that going to do? That's only going to make the problem worse. That's not going to do anything to solve the problem. Subscribe.